Good afternoon, y'all. Marlene Bush, Stitching by the Lake, Hot Springs, Arkansas. Today is April the 16th. It's Friday. It's gray and cloudy. It rained earlier, and it's cool. It's, I don't know, in the 50s. I'm looking to see exactly. My phone, it's 55. My phone has been so slow today, and our internet has been crazy this week. It'll work one minute and not work the next minute. And it's not us, it's citywide. It's crazy the way it's been. I have made this video completely, start to finish, once. And apparently, my microphone wasn't, I think it bit the dust. It actually, you could hear me, but it had this horrible buzzing all the way through it. So I tried to start over and do it again with the microphone. It was the same thing. So I'll order a new one this week, and maybe next time it'll be better. I hope that you can hear me today. I'll try to remember to speak up. I do have my microphone on my computer turned up as far as I can get it. So, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you stopped by to visit. It has been something crazy in the last week. I've had days where I've just been busy all day long. I had things I wanted to do, and then I've had days where I just sit. I don't want to do anything. I read or something like that. I think it's spring fever, y'all think that? I'm getting out more. A lot of our mandates have been lifted now. I still wear a mask most of the time, but actually we're not really mandated to wear masks all the time anymore, but it is suggested that we do, and I do. I'm very cautious. We're going to church. Our Sunday schools aren't starting until May the 2nd, but we'll be doing that. And I am going to Sam's and to Walmart, and where else have I been? Oh, Goodwill. I went to Goodwill to drop some stuff off, and I went in and found several, 3 or 4 nice frames, and one little piece that I rescued that I'll show you in a minute. So I've done several things like that. I went over to see my brother, my oldest brother. Y'all know I lost my younger brother in January, but I have an older brother that lives a couple of hours away from me. And yesterday I went over to see him. So that was good. That was a nice visit. Fred is his name, and he'll be 80 in June. He doesn't get out of his house anymore. He's in a wheelchair. And unless he has to go to the doctor, which is like once every 2 years or something, because he won't do that, he doesn't get out. Anyway, nothing else going on, nothing major going on. I went and got a haircut. My husband says it's my summer cut because I had her undercut it and it's really short. And I am starting to, because we're not wearing masks all the time, I've started trying to put on a little makeup, which I haven't done in a year. I just got lazy, I guess. But, I mean, I did wear lipstick and mascara really the whole time. I see my husband going out to the mailbox. But not much else. So I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to do better. Anyhow, I have several things to tell you. Several things to show you. The first one I'm going to show you is called Faith of the Heart by Brenda Gervais. That's what it looks like. This is my whip, and this is the only one I've worked on for the last week. I have a group of friends, and we're going to be doing a round robin starting May the 1st. Some of us have, like me, picked a pattern that has quite a bit of stitching on it, and I think some have picked smaller patterns. I decided to go ahead and start mine at the top. I really kind of wanted to see just exactly how big it was going to turn out and make sure that I had my fabric cut correctly. So this is what I've done so far. Is it in there? Yeah, you can see that. I'm not taking it off completely off the bars. This is the very top. And it has it has this little row of stitching that I'm going to finish and another small border right underneath that one. So that's as tall as it's going to be. And this is the full width from here to here. I'm going to stop stitching when I finish this one more little line right here. And then I'm going to move on and pick up another whip, and this will be ready to mail. We're supposed to mail it on or around the 1st of the month. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I know that I'm not going to do Stitch Mania's 31 starts. I can tell you that. I did that in 18 and 19, and I still don't have all those finished. I think what I have decided to do is to go back. I'm looking in my book here to tell you exactly. In my whips, my oldest whip right now was a Stitch Mania start, and it was Mrs. McGuire Bee Charmer from Pineberry Lane. And I started that in 2018. I think it's time, y'all. I think it's time for me to get that one finished. So I'm thinking that I'm going to pick that up May the 1st and work on it till it's done. I think right now, I'll show you something and explain this in a minute, but I've got about 2/3 of Coming to America, Brenda Gervais Coming to America, done. And I would like to work on that from now until the end of the month. So, Coming to America from now till the end of the month, May the 1st, Mrs. McGuire Bee Charmer. And when I finish her, my next Stitch Mania piece that's not finished is from 2020, Project Quarantine by Brenda Gervais, and then Hello Winter from Plum Street, and then I have a couple more, but those are the ones I'm going to focus on. I'm going to work on each one of those until it's done, and that'll be my Stitch Mania for this year. The Coming to America piece, I would like to get finished because last time I did a video, I told y'all that I wanted to have a sampler wall in my bedroom. And I had several pieces, like 20, stacked up ready to hang in there. And Easter Sunday, when my children came over for lunch, my youngest daughter, Lori, and my oldest daughter, Tammy's husband, BJ, Lori and BJ worked on my sampler wall. Now, y'all know I can't insert pictures. That is beyond my capability. So I'm going to show you on my iPad what they did. Isn't that pretty? I had them leave a space right in here for Coming to America. And then there's room right up here for one more, and I'm going to show you the one that I'm going to put in there. In this bedroom, you can see just right here in the corner, there's a window. And there are 3 windows in a row right there that look out over the lake. Up above those windows is a space about 12 inches or so, and I'm going to put some pictures up above that window as well. And I have one finished over here that's ready and framed that's going to go up there. So, doesn't that look good? They did a fabulous job. They really did. Lori told me that she wasn't sure. She thought I was crazy when I wanted that all those mixed up and put it on like that. But when she got done, she liked it. All right, let's look at some FFOs. Oh, here, I'll just do this one next. This is the one that I said was finished and is going to go up over the window in the center. And I've got some smaller ones that's going to go up on either side. This is Judge Not from Plum Street Samplers. I stitched this one in 2018, and it's on 28 count antique white Jobelin using DMC threads. Let's go in a little bit. I love this piece. I love the message. I love the colors. I just love everything about it. So that one's going above the windows in my bedroom. I don't know where this one's going. This is one that I won't probably leave up all year, but just in the wintertime. This is called Baby It's Cold Outside. It's from Heartstring Samplery. I finished it in February last year. And I don't know what the fabric is. It's it's linen, and I want to say it's a 32 count, but it was just some that I had that wasn't marked, so I don't know for sure. And then this one is called A Country Winter. I stitched this one because I saw Kathleen of Kathleen's Trodden Trail start it, and I just thought it was beautiful. It's on a 28 count flax, and I finished this one New Year's Day. Started it in 1920, but finished New Year's Day, and put just a little tiny bit of twine right here. It needed something else. It just looked bare there to me, so I think that did it. I think it looks pretty good like that. This one is going to go, I think, in that empty space in the bedroom that I mentioned to you earlier. This is also a Heartstring Samplery. Ann Whitaker, 1827. Beth is doing some small samplers this year. I think 4 of them. She bought this sampler because her maiden name is Whitaker, and her name is spelled with 2 T's. This one just with 1, but still it caught her eye. And I think this will be just perfect up there in the corner. It's 32 count Colonial Sampler, and it was started and finished this year. I framed all of these myself, and absolutely none of them are framed perfectly or even anywhere close to perfect. A couple more FFOs. Actually, there are 3, but I'm going to show you 2. This I showed you last time. This is Grace by Country Rustic Primitives on Etsy. I stitched 3 of these just alike. They're for gifts. Put a little braid around, and this braid is just some that I found at Hobby Lobby. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough to do but 2 of these, so I'm going to have to find something else. This one I added a little heart to, and I may add a charm to that other one. I just haven't done it. I put a piece of wool back here with my initials and the year on it because I stitched these and slid it there to stuff it. I don't usually do that, but I don't know why I did this time. Just decided I would. And I have one more that's plain that doesn't have any braid or anything on it until I decide what to do with that one. Oh, these are the threads for my whip that I showed you, Faith of the Heart. I used all the Call-For threads with 2 exceptions. I'm using, it called for a couple of Valdani threads that I didn't have, so I'm using Gentle Arts Cucumber, which is a green, a dark green, for the words. And then I'm using Gentle Arts Cherry Bark on the house. Yeah, I'm just a little disorganized. Should have showed y'all those with the whip, shouldn't I? I had some giveaways last time, so I used the random comment picker, and I'm going to read these off to you. I'm going to put my email down below. If you will, please email me your mail information. I'll get these out to you next week. The magic guide is going to Nancy Bareiss, B-A-R-E-I-S-S. The circle flowers are going to Elaine Konatzer. Old Glory is going to Brenda H. The red work flowers are going to Carla Rigel, R-I-G-E-L. I probably butchered that. Sorry, Carla. Green quotes. This was embroidery done with a green stitch, and their quotes. Linda SQ. There were 2 manger scenes. One is green, and that goes to Cindy Flinchbaugh, and a red manger scene going to Linda Mells, and the ornaments are going to Stitching May. I need email addresses on all of y'all. Megan, I may have yours, but I'm not positive. So if you don't mind, just email me, honey, and send it to me. I'd appreciate it. Really, that's it for my stitching, y'all. Because it's only been a couple of weeks since I was here. So what else is going on with me? See, I can't remember now what I said in the first video and what I didn't say, what I need to say now. I went to see my older brother yesterday. Fred is his name. Fred will be 80 in June. Had a good visit with him. Went to the doctor. I told y'all last time I was having trouble with my hip. Still having trouble with that hip. Loved the doctor. Funny. Great personality. Confirmed what I already knew. I knew that I wasn't going to need a hip replacement, so I'm grateful for that. But he also couldn't tell me exactly what's going on with me. Now, I have self-diagnosed here, Dr. Marlene. I think I've torn something right there down in my hip in the groin area. There's a muscle or a tendon or something there called the labrum. Now, I think I've maybe got a little tear in that. I don't know, but I'm having an MRI next week, so they'll be able to tell me. And honestly, there's not a lot they can do. Possibly a steroid shot, but that's probably about it. And I may just have to tough it out until it gets a little better and heals a little bit more. I'm using a cane part of the time to try to take the pressure off of that because I'm giving into it, making that knee hurt a little bit. So it's just crazy. Just crazy. All part of getting older, and thank you, God, I'm glad to be here. Don't mind getting older. Beautiful spring. It's a beautiful spring. We've had a lot of cold, rainy days. When I say cold, I mean it's 55 today. So that to me for spring is cold. And like Tuesday night, I think it's going to get down to 38. So I haven't planted very much yet. People all around me have. I planted 2 patio tomatoes up on my deck and some herbs. And I've got some bulbs, some caladiums and some things like that I want to put out in the front. But I've not planted anything in my garden. Now, I did plant garlic last October. I planted 39 garlics. And they are up, 12 or 14 inches tall. They should be ready to harvest by the 1st of June, I think. Maybe even sooner because they're getting pretty big. But I don't think I'm going to plant much this year, but I've got some strawberries I'm going to plant. And then I'm going to plant some tomatoes, and other than a few more flowers, maybe some more hostas. I'm trying to make a hosta bed out in my back. That's probably going to be it for this year. I'm just not able to get up and down very much, with this hip. So that's probably about all I'm going to do. Okay, y'all, I think that's all I've got. Nope, I'm wrong. One more thing. I've had 2 or 3 people ask me about this piece right here. That was a panel, just a fabric panel that I quilted, put some rickrack on, and I use it to cover my sewing machine. It's not a quilt, but it is quilted. And I've tied it on back there to keep it from slipping off, which tells you I don't use it like I should to cover my sewing machine. But anyway, that's what that is. And it was a pretty panel. In fact, grab this. I had a piece left over, and I made this little bag right here. I don't remember what this fabric is or who it's from, but they all the squares had a Bible verse. This one is Matthew 6:28 through 30, and it's printed on there. And I loved the fabric, just loved it. And this little bag, I don't carry, but it stays up here as a decoration up beside my sewing machine. So that is truly it. I don't have anything else to tell you, but I'm glad you stopped by. Thank you very much for coming, and um, thank you so much for all of you for your friendship. I've been doing this about 4 years and have made so many friends, and I can't tell you how much it has enriched my life, and I am grateful. So, y'all have a good weekend, and I'll see you again in a couple of weeks. Bye bye.